It's quite an exciting concept, but because where else can you find a full-size SUV, or well, this is a classic off-roader, so a full-size off-roader combined with the size of a compact car, 4.38 meters. Quite interesting concept. We're taking a look at that one today. Now for the recent model year 2015, there have been such some minor changes, but I mean, it's just that classic look that will make this car also maybe a classic car of the future. So starting with the side profile, we got 18-inch alloys here, but of course for a true off-roader, massive tires on here, so you don't have to be afraid maybe hitting the pavement or something like that, because the tires are actually really protecting the alloys here. And a very practical side foot bar, and it's really good for getting in, and I think it also looks very cool in my opinion. So and then if you look at the side profile of the 3-door version, it really looks different than the long 5-door version. This one here is 50 centimeters shorter, and I think it has really own look to itself. You can really hardly see any other car that is looking that way, and I think this kind of unique feature also speaks for this car, because, well, it is still very practical inside the city. I mean, it's almost the same size as a Volkswagen Golf, but still you have this full off-road features and also this full off-road feeling when sitting inside. Well, and this of course also saves some weight. In comparison to the 5-door version of the Pajero or Montero, you have 200 kilograms less of weight. However, the total weight is still at 2.2 tons. This is as typical off-road style, and I think it's also nowadays rather a styling element. And there's, speaking about styling elements, there's this new cover for the wheel from serial production with the current model year that has been also renewed with this some kind of rework. By the way, if we look at the bottom here, you know, for tungsten, for your caravan, this is kind of the device for that, and it's also quite a nice solution. The power supply is placed right here. You can flip it down, and then there's the power supply. So they really have thought about the detailed solutions here over the years. So you only have 3 doors, but the car is still suitable for 5 adults. And well, how does it work? At the driver's seat, you cannot really get in the back. Well, theoretically, you have to use the electric function then of the seat setup. And then you have to really wait like 10 seconds to move it all the way forward. Not really a good solution, but well, what are they thought about? You have to get in via the co-driver seat to reach the rear compartment. And actually that is quite practically done. You just pull that one up and it slides in the front almost automatically. And then, well, the opening to the rear compartment is quite huge. You see, we also have the car a little bit sideways here now, so it's even funnier to get in. Let's get in. You see, that's actually fairly possible. And then I have a lot of space here really, also because no middle tunnel is blocking here. Just as I was sitting here in the front, you see, I have enough knee space, that kind of space still. Also, well, the headroom, my hairs are touching it fairly. I still have that kind of headroom. I'm 1.86 meters, and I can also show you some other nice details. For example, if you come here, you can flip around and side armrest. It works on both sides, also with some spots here for your beverages. That's also quite a nice solution. Then there's also a nice solution down here. You just push it with your foot. Well, and they really thought about that solution, and I think it's a quite nice solution, though you can easily get out. You can also use another handle here, and well, it's a little bit of sport. There's a cover here, You can also just remove it, that's no problem. Then you see maybe even, well, a suitcase that is not too big could easily fit in here, even not upright, but flat. And then there are also, again, clever solutions to flip the rear seats. First of all, I can just unlash these covers here. Then I just have to press this lever, just push it forward, then we have the first step. And then it's a really easy solution because there's some hydraulic damper. I just have to flip it up without any power and the whole seat goes up. You see, we got a flat space here. It's really a nice solution. And I can do really the other thing with the other third. Look at that. And you don't even really need much power. And then you see, you almost have such a huge loading space here. And I think you don't miss the 5-door version then. So you see, you still have a compact car, but it's so versatile and so robust. I think that is maybe one of the biggest strengths here of the Pajero. So let's take a look under the hood. As I've told you already, 3.3 liters of capacity. It's a common rail diesel, 200 horsepower. And well, there's just this one engine available. You see, it's really massive and it's a rather classical diesel, but it is said to be very durable. So let's now go off-road ride, because this is one of the main features here of the Pajero Montero, be it the 3-door or the 5-door version. First of all, this is the automatic gear shifter here, park, rear, neutral and D. And then we have the special off-road gears here. And for example, this is just the 4-wheel drive, the normal 4-wheel drive. If I press it and pull down, this would be 2-wheel drive. But actually, well, who needs that? Actually, I don't know, it doesn't save too much fuel as well. Just leave it in 4-wheel drive. Then, one step further, it says 4HLC. This is still, of course, in 4-wheel drive. But here we got the differential lock, and that is the center differential that is locked. And then we got another differential lock, and this one here is actually for the rear differential. See here, this rear differential lock. Then I have to put the car in neutral, that the next one is affected, because this one here is the off-road gear reduction. And that is really for some steep uphill driving, that you have this additional off-road wheel. You cannot go fast speed then, so it's really for the slow off-road riding that we have even more torque.